To give you an idea of how different Mrs. Switchback and I are when it comes to camping and outdoor activities, I carry that little propane torch flamethrower thing you saw earlier. What does Mrs. Switchback carry?
A lint roller.
A lint roller. We're back at Lake Whitney State Park for the 4th annual Dillo Daze event hosted by DudeRV. We are here at Ground Zero.
What are you doing in my chair? Put that camera away. Get the hell out of here. You're not welcome.
The sky is clear, the sun is out, and it's a brisk 30 degrees. Feels like 20. This is the second time we've been here in the dead of winter. I'd like to come when it's hot outside because this lake just begs to be jumped in. I gotta do something with that Weber. I brought it, might as well use it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm a pyro. What do you want from me? The problem that we were thinking about was the possibility of a hose freezing, our water hose. And that hasn't happened until last night. We had a little bit of a situation. Let me see if Mrs. Switchback would like to join me on this hike. Oh, wait, she's here.
Hey, woo! I've been asked to say a few words about a couple of things.
Say it with me.
And you got it. Time.
Bacon and eggs, baby! Being at Mother Neff State Park taught us a couple of things about RVing in below freezing temps. After sitting in the cold for a couple of days back home prior to hitching up, Janie Marie, our trailer, was pretty frigid when we got there. What we learned was this. 1. Thank God I topped off the propane tanks because this weather gave us a good indication of how to gauge the longevity of a full tank. And 2, the inside of your trailer being cold for a few days will cause the Amazon mattress topper to essentially turn into something not unlike a concrete slab. That is, until it warms up in there. Until that happens, don't go flopping down on the bed immediately unless you fancy a compression fracture or two. But I digress. We're heading now from Mother Neff State Park to Lake Whitney State Park. This is about an hour and a half north of us. And just because the skies are clear and the sun is up doesn't mean it's warmer now. Point of fact, the cold was even more piercing at Whitney than Mother Neff. During the day and night. The first 3 days anyway. But then again, it wouldn't be Dillo Daze without the cold weather. Last year was pretty mild. It got into the low 70s. Not the case this year. I'm not by any means complaining, mind you. I actually enjoy being out in the cold more than I had expected. We'll be at Lake Whitney for 4 nights. Today is Thursday. Dillo Daze is Saturday afternoon, and we're going back home Monday. So, we were looking forward to relaxing, kicking back, seeing some familiar faces, and meeting new faces. And of course, there'll be some faces that we miss. David and Tanya without side by side. They weren't able to make it out this year, but no worries, we'll see you guys soon enough. Dillo Daze coincides with Groundhog Day, which also happens to be DudeRV's birthday. So, Punxsutawney, PA, Groundhog. Lake Whitney State Park, Texas, Armadillo. Get it? We were ready to set up and of course be greeted by the man himself. It was time for the customary first night dining out. We had mentally prepared ourselves for no Dairy Queen, so we were in fair spirits, which is to say we were somewhat sane. I'll tell you this much though, when we go to Lake Somerville at the end of March, we may just set up camp in the DQ parking lot. If anything, just to redeem ourselves after these last few trips out. there's not a Dairy Queen for about 45 minutes to an hour away. We've just not had good luck with Dairy Queen as of late. So the last time that we were here in Whitney, we went to a place called Bobby's Burgers, and I had a fantastic hamburger and a side order of Frito pie that made me extremely happy at the time. This was a year ago. So we're gonna go back to Bobby's Burgers, and I'm gonna have my burger and side order of Frito pie because we're in Texas, yo. No Frito pie available, but we'll make do with what we got. They didn't have Frito pie, but I did get a double burger with, quote, mustard all the way. I'd never heard that before, but apparently it's a thing. Mustard all the way. You had chicken tenders that were
chicken tenders.
Very good.
Yes.
We got fried pickles that were the pickles of the spear variety. And when you bite into them, they were so hot that the inside of your mouth basically just melts away and leaves a big hole in your head. Yes, that was very hot. Everything we had was extremely hot. It was good. After we waited about 45 minutes for it to cool off, it was good. But Bobby's Burgers, no Frito pie. What a beautiful, chilly morning. We are in campsite 37, and we got Nomer Pyle watching out for everything. We're back at Lake Whitney State Park for the 4th annual Dillo Daze event, and we liked this campsite so much last year, we thought we'd book it again, and we're glad we did. It's still cold. We got the wind here, and it's kind of been between 5 and 10 miles an hour. That makes a difference because right now it's about 36 degrees, but I'm layered. We got full hookups here. And we have 20, 30, and 50 amp power. Full hookups, slightly unlevel on this side, but it's not a problem at all. We are picking up 85 TV channels. And look at all this space. Got a fire pit here with a grill. We got Ribbit sitting back here. And we have Hooter sitting right here, guarding the Starlink. Starlink has been very, very nice to have, just in the event of not being connected. Cell service here is 1-2 bars. We've been using our hotspots. The Starlink is kind of just for a backup. If I need to do something with some video work, I can fire up the Starlink, but otherwise we really haven't used it here. There's DQ Dillo watching out for everything. I got the lights strung up back here. Big concrete pad with a metal picnic table. I've got the Weber ready to go. Not going to use it today. I'm probably going to use it on Sunday. Today's Friday. I also made a little bit of a change in our cooking setup. I went and got one of these Coleman stoves. You know, I do love the Blackstone. That was one of the first things that I bought when we got this trailer, thinking I was going to use it all the time. So we've had this trailer now for 2 years. We've been YouTubing for about 1.5 years, and I've used the Blackstone a whopping 2 times. It's very heavy. It requires maintenance, all that kind of stuff. It's just, I'd rather just fire up a Coleman stove with a pot or a pan to do what I need to do. But so we've stowed the Blackstone away for now. So for those of you that might be curious about how we stay warm at night, we do run our furnace. We had it set to about 65 degrees, and we've had it set like that since we were at Mother Neff. Of course, at Mother Neff, it dropped down into the low 20s the first night we were there. So what I did was I opened up the gray tank and just let the faucets run a little bit throughout the night. And, you know, full hookups, there was no issues there, but we didn't have any kind of freezing pipes or anything like that. There's a furnace vent that runs down underneath the trailer and keeps the pipes from freezing. So we like to run the furnace at night, but again, 65, maybe 64 we'll set it at. And we've only burned through 1 propane tank throughout the duration of this trip, and we're now on tank number 2, and we do have a backup, so we're good. One thing about these propane tanks that I learned is get them filled. If you go and pick them up like at a gas station or something like that, chances are they're not going to be filled up to the full capacity of 20 pounds. 15 maybe, but not the full capacity. So last Saturday, I took out 3 tanks and had them completely filled. So we're good. I think we'll be just fine. Our propane is needed for the furnace, obviously, of course, and for the hot water heater. That's the tankless hot water heater that we use for our showers. It is very convenient. The hot water is endless, and the heating element is fired up by the propane. But yeah, everybody's kind of gearing up for Dillo days. We got some other YouTubers here. We got Next Stop Ahead, Richard right here. And we got Transcending Miles, Paving Memories, just up the road there. And of course, DudeRV. He's set up way back over there in the same campsite that he usually gets. But we liked this campsite last year, and we just thought we'd book it again because it's so nice and spacious with the field right behind us. There's some overflow parking right next to our campsite here. There's a little swing set right over there, and of course this big field right back here behind our campsite, which, you know, it makes for some nice cold wind. But again, this is February. We kind of came here expecting it. This camping loop here is called the Horseshoe Loop, and it's all full hookups down in this area. And here's the bathhouse here for the Horseshoe Loop, which we're not going to be using because we have full hookups in our camper. If it was during the summer, that might be different. Sometimes I'll just come and use the bathhouse to shower just to save some time while we're getting ready to go somewhere or do something. But yeah, the bathhouse is right here. And even though we have full hookups, there is a dump your raw sewage in these holes right here station for your added convenience. Do not use for drinking, washing, or cooking purposes. Where's the fun in that? But yes, I really do like this park. It's very quiet out here. I really think that I would like to come back here during the hotter months It's a beautiful lake. We'll take a look at that later. We're here for the Dillo Daze event, but I do like to peruse around and look at everything and record it. We're going to be here for 4 days, so we have plenty of time just to hang out and relax. That sounds good to me. This is the time of year when state parks have intermittent closures for controlled hunts. There are roughly 50 Texas state parks and natural areas that do this as a part of the Texas Parks and Wildlife public hunting program. Lake Whitney State Park is one of them, as evidenced by the portable deer blinds that we've spotted scattered throughout the campground. A week prior to our arrival, a hunt had been carried out. The purpose of these controlled hunts is to aid in deer population control, feral hog management, and for habitat protection. In other words, too many deer and hogs in the area can and will damage vegetation. Without vegetation, the remaining animals will likely starve during droughts. And Texas is pretty well known for their droughts. Now, having said all that, it's been rumored that the controlled hunt was supposed to be this weekend, but it was changed to last week. Because if they would have waited any longer, there would be nothing left to hunt. Seen here wondering how controlled and hunt could possibly be in the same sentence, Cooper, the original hunter, knows all there is to know about keeping the wildlife population down. Or, as is usually the case with him, eradicated. See, Cooper doesn't just show up at these parks and destroys everything. He calculates, he plans, and since we've now been to 2 state parks twice, he remembers. Lake Whitney is one of them. He knows where they graze, he knows every nest and burrow. And he also remembers Site 28, where Dillo Daze happens. Dude, I'll do my best to protect you, buddy, but no guarantees. And with all the people present, there will be nothing controlled about that hunt. See, when the groundhog doesn't pop his head out in Pennsylvania, it's because Cooper got to him. The reason it's been cold and freezing lately is because the weather forgot to check Cooper's schedule. Apparently, bears and every other animal carry Cooper spray. It doesn't work. It's unusual that we have a slightly unlevel campsite. When Cooper arrives, the site usually levels itself. People ask Cooper to back in their 45-foot fifth wheel, and he doesn't need a truck either. Cooper makes the best biscuits in the world. When Cooper stares out the window, the entire park and everything in it feels judged. Not only does Cooper make the best biscuits in the world, he actually invented the concept of flour. So once again, keep your eyes and ears open. Lock your doors. As a matter of fact, just get out of the state. Going out for our customary evening stroll. It's pretty chilly outside. I don't know what it is right now. Maybe 50. But there's no wind. That's what made it so cold earlier. It was the wind. But yeah, we're just going out to take a stroll and see what's going on over at Dude's site.
There's always something going on at Dude's.
Always.
I was having my conversation.
This is the camp. This is not just a campsite. This is the campsite where Dillo Daze will be happening tomorrow.
What are you doing in my chair? Put that camera away. Get the hell out of here. You're not welcome.
See,
This is
I'm
the
drinking
fun
coffee.
spot.
You're not drinking beer, so you can't come in here.
Dude, what you got going? Is this that kicking chicken?
This is kicking chicken.
Chicken. All right, cool. We went and ate at a little Mexican food restaurant up the road, which was outstanding. Tres Hermanos. Yes. And it was exceptional. I was very impressed with it. So it's Friday evening. I just hung out with Dude and some of the other group down there. We're just going to kick back here at the campsite and build a fire. I'm a pyro. What do you want from me? Pretty empty here. We got one park host just up ahead, as you can see. And then there's us and a couple other people. And most of the people are staying down on the other end of that loop. Casey and Russell, transcending miles, paving memories.
Hello.
And there's Cooper, the killer. We are about to walk down to the 4th annual Dillo Daze event hosted by DudeRV. The sky is clear, the sun is out, and it's a brisk 30 degrees. Feels like 20. All right, we're here at Dillo Daze, the 4th annual Dillo Daze event.
You want the bidet?
We have Mrs. Switchback here. How are y'all doing?
Big winner here.
True Texan, the winner of the bidet, the portable bidet.
Portable.
Here is Richard from Next Stop Ahead. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing great.
This is your second DudeRV event?
Yes.
First Dillo Days, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Great time.
I feel like I'm the one that got him on board. I'm going to take full credit.
I give the full credit to you.
All right. Casey and Russell.
Hello.
Transcending miles, paving memories.
Yes.
We were here with them last year, and we've really enjoyed their company.
Yes.
How y'all enjoying this time around?
Yeah,
Loving
love
it.
it.
Little colder than last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
A little, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
It's all good.
It's 30. I think it feels 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what the thing told me anyway.
What do we got? Same time.
That's right. Just in time for Dillo Days. Take it away.
Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome to our grand yearly event, our 4th coming of Dillo Days 2026.
Last option is July 4th at Goose Island State Park, which happens to be a favorite of Corey's. There he is.
One of them.
And one of my favorites as well.
This is the heated tent where all of the food is. It smells fantastic in here. Oh, there's the chili.
Look at it, chili.
Meatballs, everything. I think we could have a revival in this tent here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or a circus.
Oh, where was that?
April, leave some for us, please.
Never.
Never. That's the queso. That's my contribution.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Why do you think I came running back for it?
All right. That's all I need to hear. Monty is one of the OGs of Dillo Days. He's been here since the very beginning. 4 years ago, right? 4 years ago was the very first one.
Yep.
I remember watching it on YouTube and telling Mrs. Switchback, I can't wait to go to that one day.
Big.
Here we are, our second one.
Yeah, it was cold then, too.
Yeah. Last year it wasn't bad. It was 70.
wonderful.
Oh, incidentally, the queso that I made,
They got on the side down there. 16th to the 20th.
I got up this morning to get all the ingredients together, and I realized I had no cheese. you can't make queso without cheese. So I had to run to the store and grab all the cheese I could find. DudeRV in his specialty shirt.
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought, dude, that's Dillo.
Dude, that's awesome.
I love you guys. I watch you on your videos, and I'm like, look at them. My mother-in-law watches your videos. We do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Tell her thank you.
Yeah. Come here, Zeba.
This is Karen, aka Yappy. Now, I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. Two-part question. How did you get the name? And number two, if it was Dude that gave you the name, how is he still breathing?
Exactly.
Right.
Dude gave me the name. I had nothing to do with it. I showed up one day and I see a video and he calls me Yappy.
You've watched the channel for any length of time, or if you've gone back in time
Yep.
when the channel started, when I was doing RV floor plan videos,
Yep.
the persona,
Let me get your
Bob
bucket.
Barker, had a spouse. Ain't nobody happy if Yappy ain't happy. Gotta keep Yappy happy.
Right.
This is good. This is good info.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just the thing that I was doing, a shtick to show off the RVs. And when we started going to campgrounds and I started shooting those videos, the people who had been following me started calling her Yappy. And she owned
There's
it.
that.
There was actually a very long time when I believed that his given legal name was Bob Barker. I actually believed that. And I found out that his legal name is DudeRV.
Thank you so much for being here today, because I know the weather was kind of freaky at the beginning of the week. And that's the way it always seems to work out for this event. It looks like 2 days before that you're not going to be able to get out of your driveway, but you press forward and you show up, and we have beautiful sunshine. Got a lot of stuff for y'all to take home. Please take it all. I got more sitting on the patio right now. And come show up at the next one in August. We're going to go to Lost Maples State Natural Area. Honestly, I never knew I had a family this big, and I just cannot say enough. Thank you for showing up, participating, and watching the videos. That's the reason we're here. Thank you so much for that. This is Bob Barker, RV guy extraordinaire.
It's our last day here at Lake Whitney State Park. The 4th annual Dillo Daze event is officially over and done with. DudeRV cleared out of here pretty early this morning. And we're just kind of hanging around the campsite. I'm probably going to go take on a little trail or two. And of course, later on, you know what I'm going to be getting up to. Maybe even with an audience. We did have something occur last night. I've been pretty careful this week with the Arctic front that has moved into Texas about keeping an eye on the hoses and everything. I have been running the furnace at night. That kind of takes care of the plumbing for the trailer. The underbelly is heated, so nothing really happens with the actual lines in the trailer itself. Now, the problem that we were thinking about was the possibility of a hose freezing, our water hose, and that hasn't happened until last night. This is the hose that I use for the trailer, for the water, for the city connection. And I put a filter on it and hook it up to the trailer, and we're good to go. Last night, however, it did freeze up on me. Prior to this, I had been keeping the gray tank open at night. And I've been keeping the faucets not dripping, but a little stream flowing just to keep things moving. That's been very, very helpful so far. We hadn't had any problems. But last night, I forgot to run the faucets, and we had a little bit of a situation this morning when we turned the faucet on and nothing came out. So this whole water hose here was frozen. The filter was frozen. The regulator, the pressure regulator was frozen. So I had to pry this off and put it in some warm water to thaw it out. And then I used our little spare hose here to get us going temporarily. Right now, I'm just waiting for the filter to thaw out, and I'm going to reconnect that. So this is just a temporary fix right now, but it was enough to get us water. So we were able to shower and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you have these things happen once in a while, and you kind of take it as a learning experience. Here in Texas, this is probably the most extreme cold we'll be in. It dropped down to 22 last night here at Whitney State Park. And we were kind of expecting it, but again, I forgot to leave the faucets running, so that's on me. Mrs. Switchback reminded me that it's on me. Now, the area we're heading to now, you have some spectacular lakefront sites with a wonderful view of the lake. There's something special about being parked right next to the water, where if you just felt like it, you could just go jump in and swim a little bit. Probably not at Martin Daze Jr. with all the gators, but at a park like this, crystal clear water, limestone lake, it's tempting. It really is. All right, this is the Roadrunner camping area. Sites 99 to 110. The park is kind of empty, but again, you know, we had an Arctic front that moved into Texas for the last week or so, and I'm sure there were a lot of cancellations. I wish every day could have been like the way it is today. It's gorgeous outside. It's about 50 degrees right now. When we got up this morning, it was 26. Right here, we got the Bluebird camping area, sites 87 to 98, which is basically a mirror of the other one we saw, but these are just very, very nice campsites. These are the two that always seem to stick out more than the others. 92 and 93. These are gorgeous. We do have some closures here. The shelter area, Post Oak shelters. They don't get a lot of traffic coming through here this time of year, so they close it down. Last year when we came here, I did a little bit of a more thorough park review. This time, however, we're just sort of fooling around a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of areas here closed for the winter. I am here at the Two Bridges trailhead. I did this last year and I only saw one bridge. So I'm going to tackle it this time and conquer it. Let me see if Mrs. Switchback would like to join me on this hike. Oh, wait. She's here.
Hi.
Casey?
And Kelly.
Russell and Kelly?
Kelly.
Casey and Russell have the YouTube channel Transcending Miles, Paving Memories. So we're all here. We're going to conquer this trail. Let's do this thing.
Do it.
Oh, Mrs. Switchback, I forgot to tell you, this is a 16-mile hike.
Oh my God.
It's not. Ooh, look, tracks. Is that a wolf or just somebody's lab? We haven't seen any wildlife so far on this trail, so obviously Cooper's been busy at night. Hey, ladies, we are making sure that there are no animals or anything like that that will get to you. We're here as the first line of defense, like Russell said. So if anything happens, to us, you'll know to just turn around and
what animals are indigenous to this area?
and you grab my wallet because I know that. This actually looks like a prime fishing spot right here. Something that I'll never experience fishing again the way I used to. Ever since I started a YouTube channel, I haven't caught anything. Oh, look what we found. We found a geocache. I don't have anything to put in it.
There's something in it, though.
Yeah. You take something and you leave something.
Oh.
Or you just leave something. Whatever you want to do. All right, what do we have here?
Oh, there's a DudeRV
Hey!
and a Pokemon card.
There's all kinds of things in here.
Oh,
There's a praying mantis.
There's a hot card. And then there's a few other little.
Oh, cool. For next time. Where's the first bridge? I better have some redemption here real soon. Mrs. Switchback, how's it going?
going good.
Going good? There's that son of a bridge. Hey, look, there's a bridge here, yo. Hey, wait, look, right there. At the end. It's a big one.
There's a DudeRV station.
Of course. There's no bridge here. All right, we're done with the Two Bridges Trail. What does it say? And this time around, I saw 2 bridges. Well, it looks like we found the third geocache of this trail. Okay, so on this trip, the plan was to have some slow braised beef ribs, but one vacuum seal fail later, and that is not gonna happen. So, wings, thighs, and more wings. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm over here doing some chicken wings and thighs. And I'm here with Rick from Next Stop Ahead. He's in the campsite right across from us. And we're going to have a little bit of a smorgasbord of food this evening. A couple sites down, Russell and Casey, which you saw earlier, at their campsite, they're doing some food too. So we're just going to go down there and have a big all-you-can-eat buffet.
I'll bring the ice cream.
He's going to bring the ice cream. It's about 40 degrees, and we're going to eat some ice cream. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. And this is our campsite at night. Lit up. I'm going to turn all these lights off in a little while. I don't like to have the whole campsite lit up. I try to keep neighbors in mind, but everybody down here has got lights and fires going on. And down here, we don't have anyone except the park hosts, and they're not even there right now. So this is kind of cool. A very well lit campsite. That's my newest toy, this camp lantern here. Various functions, and of course, it's just another toy that I don't really need, but just had to have. We are on our way home from Lake Whitney State Park at the 4th annual Dillo Daze event. We really had a good time this year. We had a great time last year, but I think I enjoyed it a little bit more this year because we were not the new kids on the block anymore, and there were some familiar faces, and it was just nice. It was fun. We had a good time. Had some good food. Cooper is apparently quite the celebrity. We had a couple yesterday that approached us at our campsite, and they asked how Cooper was doing.
And if he was home.
Yeah, they asked if Cooper was home. So they didn't ask, hey, Switchback Texan, how are you? They asked, how's Cooper? Is Cooper home? But that will conclude this winter trip that we took. Our next outing will be to Lake Somerville State Park. This time we'll be going to the Nails Creek unit. Last time we went there, we were at Birch Creek. So we're going to be hitting the Nails Creek unit. We're going to be there for 4 nights. That'll be in March. I believe it's towards the end of the month. If you like these videos, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to be notified when my videos post, hit that little notification bell. That will alert you to my videos being posted. So until next time, Switchback Texan, Mrs. Switchback, and Cooper, the popular one, are out.